I know you know what that feeling's like. I know you know what that feeling is when you're stuck. If you're like me and you have ADHD and you have these times where you're just like, whether it's on your couch or you're in bed and you can't get up. You have a million things that you know you need to be doing, but it's like I just can't even get myself to start. It's overwhelming, and I feel like I'm frozen in place. I can't even get up and move. This plagued me for my entire life, and I've gotten a little better over time, but it wasn't until this past year that things really started to change for me. And I'm gonna share 4 things that of why this whole past year I barely get stuck anymore. Sometimes I do get stuck, but I can pull myself out of it now because of what I'm about to share in this video. And the first thing is to understand momentum. I got a stick, all right? Imagine this stick is a train and it's moving this way. It's moving this way. It's got a lot of momentum. What do we do if we want this train to start moving the other way? Well, it's already got a lot of momentum going this way. We're not going to be able to just automatically bounce it back the other way like this. No, it takes time to stop the train, slow it down until it stops, and then we can slowly start moving up this way until this way gains momentum. Why am I talking about this? It's because this energy of momentum is the same thing when we are stuck. For me, when I'm stuck in bed, it's like I've been laying in bed for a while. I have gained momentum in that direction. Now it's harder for me to pull myself up out of bed because I've been laying down for so long. It's easier for me to just stay in place. In the same way that it's easier for this train to just keep moving. It's harder to move it back the other way because all the momentum has gone this way. And guess what? The same energy applies when we are active in doing stuff and when we are up out of bed. We've gained momentum this way. And it's actually for me, when I am productive over long periods of time, it's hard for me to stop being productive because I've gained so much momentum going this way. So when we keep that in mind, when we feel like we're stuck, it's just a momentum thing. It's just an energy thing. So what do we have to do? Number 2 is start small, all right? We have to start getting into action a little bit because we want to start moving we want to stop the train and start moving it in the other way, all right? This takes a little bit of action, all right? But what stops us from doing this action? I'll tell you what stops me. Having this big thing in my head that I built up, like, oh my God, I have this giant task that I have to do, and it's daunting, it's scary. I don't want to get up and do it because it's so big. Maybe it doesn't have to be as big as I'm making it. Instead of me viewing it as this huge, giant thing, why don't I start small? Why don't I break it down into little things, okay? This is what really helps me. This is what I tell myself when I'm stuck. I say, you know what, Travis? Let's just get up and have a glass of water. I can do that. I don't have to commit to doing this whole big task that I thought I should be doing, but I can just get up and get water. And once I do that, now I'm up out of bed and drinking water. That was easy. I could get up and drink a glass of water. Now I've built momentum. That's a huge difference than being stuck in bed. And now that I've got this water in me, I'm like, okay, you know what? I can just go outside. Let me just walk outside, get a little bit of sun. Now I'm walking outside. There's sun on my body. I've drank water. I'm hydrated. The momentum, sorry, it's windy out here. The momentum has completely shifted. I'm in motion now, right? And that was easy because all I did was tell myself, I'm just gonna get a glass of water. I'm just gonna walk outside. I didn't commit to this whole big thing. Because I didn't make it out to be a giant thing, I was able to start momentum. And now that train is starting to move back in that other direction. And now because I've gained momentum, it's easier for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna pull my laptop out. All right, I'm just gonna write one sentence for this essay. Just one sentence. Let me start there. And if I do good with that one sentence, guess what? I can stop and be done. That's what I tell myself. I can completely stop. All I have to do is write one sentence, and that's it. And if and maybe I'll come back to it in an hour. And I write that one sentence. You know what? I can write a second sentence. You know what? I can write a whole paragraph. And I'll be, all right, I'm just going to write one paragraph of this essay, and that'll be it. I can revisit it in an hour. You see what I'm saying here? By chunking these tasks up into small little things, we start making ourselves feel like doing it. So it's not this big stressful event. I gotta get up and go. And it sucks and it's hard. Like, no, we can make things a lot easier on ourselves simply by saying, I'm just gonna do this one little thing. And we don't have to be tricking our brains into doing it. We could literally just do that one little thing and then stop. Think about it like the dishes. Let's say you got a whole big stack of dishes to do. What if you just say, all right, I'm just going to wash 2 plates now and I'll wash another 2 plates in an hour. You could literally stop after those 2 plates and go back in an hour. And by the end of the day, next thing you know, all the dishes are done. And it didn't feel like this big giant task doing all the dishes. Because you just did a little bit at a time. Made it a lot easier, all right? Now, this third thing is maybe the biggest thing that has helped me become unstuck and gotten rid of my ADHD paralysis. All right? Self-compassion. All right? When I am stuck in bed, here's how it goes. I'm beating myself up about it. You shouldn't be doing this. You should be out doing that. What's wrong with you, Travis? And I'm pushing myself down. I think it's about to start raining. I'm beating myself down. That is keeping me stuck in bed. But what if I change the narrative? What if I say, you know what, Travis? It's okay. This happens sometimes. Sometimes you don't do something that you set out to do. This happens. But I'm not going to beat you up. I'm going to lift you up. I'm going to uplift you. All right? Now that helps me get up out of bed because I'm supporting myself instead of shaming myself. All right, that is huge. That is probably the number one reason why I have not been stuck as of lately. It is self-kindness, man. If your friend is having a rough time getting stuff done and being productive, the worst thing I think you can say to your friend is, what's wrong with you? You suck. That's going to make your friend feel bad about themselves and stay in bed even longer and be even less productive. How do you get your friend to be more productive? Hey, you know what? This happens sometimes. It's all right. But lift yourself back up. It'll be okay. Just get back on it. We all take missteps in life. You are your friend. And there's no reason not to treat yourself that way. If you want to stop being unstuck and get rid of the ADHD paralysis, this is what's worked for me. Being kind to myself. It gets me up. All right, and the fourth thing is realizing that this can actually be enjoyed. All right, part of the reason why I get stuck in bed and don't feel like getting up and doing things is because I think that thing will suck. That's why I don't want to do it, because I think it will suck. How do you get yourself to want to do something? Realizing that it might not suck. The art of learning how to enjoy things. Okay, I used to hate doing essays. I used to hate the dishes. I used to hate working out. Now I do those things and enjoy it. I learned how to enjoy it. Okay, I have a whole video called How to Enjoy Anything. Watch that video. That video is everything that taught me how to just be happy doing any action ever in life. Okay? Learn how to enjoy things. And you won't be so stuck in your head about, I don't want to get out of bed. I'm so stuck in bed because I don't want to do this thing. What if you started wanting to do it? You'd get out of bed. All right? And I'll share one little tip that I did share in that video, and that's we have to get rid of this mindset of, I need to get through this task. If you're telling yourself, I need to get through this task, you will never like it. How are you supposed to enjoy something if you're also thinking, I can't wait for this to end. I can't wait for it to be over. No, the only way to enjoy something is to be present with it, to embrace it in the moment. Say, hey, I am just present with this action. I'm going to try to enjoy it. If we're thinking this needs to end, can't be enjoyed, all right? But I share a lot of other things in that video. I recommend checking it out, all right? And I will share one bonus thing. Bonus thing number 5, okay, of how to get unstuck, how to get rid of the ADHD paralysis. Trust yourself. A lot of times for me, the reason I am stuck is because I am doubting my next action. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What should I do in this moment? I don't know what to start. Where do I start? I got all these things to do. Where do I even start? Okay, I need to just trust myself and pick something and go. All right, yes, I'll think about it. I'll use my brain. All right, but at a certain point, it's like, all right, you know what? I've thought about this enough. I may not make the perfect choice, but I'm just gonna go with this one. If we're so stuck on making every little action needs to be perfect, we will never be productive. We will freeze. This is what perfectionism causes. It causes me to freeze because I don't just know what I want to do, so I end up doing nothing. We gotta just pick. We gotta just start somewhere. All right, it may not be the perfect thing, but just by choosing something helps me get into action a lot. I've noticed this with my YouTube videos. What idea should I do? Where should I set up my camera? You know what that causes me to do? Nothing. It causes me to be stuck. Okay? So these are just the things that have helped me get unstuck. I hope this video was supportive. If you want to support me, drop a comment. The comments help me out in the algorithm, and I love to hear what you guys have to say. Share the feedback. All right, I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, please like and subscribe. Peace.